10 interesting facts about Texas. Texas is the second largest state in the U.S. It is located in the southern half of the country and is divided into West Texas, East Texas, South Texas, Central Texas, and North Texas. At the north border with Mexico, the state is about twice the size of India and spans 14,560 square miles, 35,477 square kilometers. The population of the state is about 29 million. It is larger than Ireland and roughly equal to that of Thailand. There are several Native American tribes and ethnic groups in Texas. The most notable are the Athabascan people, who migrated from Alaska, the Nacodoches people, who come from Louisiana, and the Apache. The first Europeans to explore Texas were the Spanish. They named the entire region Texas de la Nueva Espana. Texas became part of the U.S. in 1845. So here is 10 interesting facts about Texas. Number 1. More than 1/3 of the U.S. population is from Texas. When you read about the Texas history, you can't help but notice that the phrase "no state" comes up a lot. How do you think it got its name? What do you think the reason is for having 6 nations control Texas? You can read more about it here. More than 1/3 of the U.S. population is from Texas. This means that there are more people from Texas living in the U.S. than any other state. Do you think Texas is getting bigger, or are more people being added? Number 2. The Cowboys are from Texas. Who doesn't like cowboy movies? The good news is that even though the movie industry moved to California, there is still a need for cowboy movies because of the fact that the Western culture is still growing in Texas. Number 3. Texas is larger than any European country. The state of Texas is the 15th largest in the world. It is about the size of South Korea. Texas has a population larger than the 5 biggest European countries. Though the largest European country is the Netherlands, its population is only about 6.7 million. England, the largest European country with a population of about 60 million, is only about 2.6 times the size of Texas. In case you didn't know it before, the second largest European country is Germany. However, Germans have a population of about 85 million, while the population of Texas is over 28 million. However, it's important to mention that in terms of land area, Spain is about 40 times bigger than Texas, but both Spain and Germany are countries. Number 4. It is the second most populous state in America. It has the longest coastline in the country. The state has 2 major rivers and many smaller ones. Salsa music originated in the state. The state has the longest-running horse race in the U.S. There are a lot of cowboys in Texas. In fact, in 2015, the U.S. Census reported that 5,890,585 Texans were classified as bachelors or widowers. I'll be quoting the story of a woman named Kim Schultz who had to say goodbye to her husband just before he boarded a train and left on his last cattle drive. It was touching and made us cry. Number 5. Houston is the largest city, but Austin is the capital. The capital of Texas is Austin. In fact, on the 2009 Texas high school exit exam, a little over half of the students who took the exam correctly said Austin, but only about 1/3 of those who knew the capital correctly said Houston. I think that's a pretty big stat that shows that even though there are more people in Austin, there are a lot more people in Houston that are responsible for more of the daily functions of the state. Number 6. Texas uses its own power grid. Texas uses wind and solar to generate electricity. In 2011, just over 10% of the electricity that Texans used came from wind power. The state has approximately 15.5 million solar panels on rooftops that generate clean electricity, which makes up just over 1% of the power grid. However, the state also relies heavily on the nuclear plants in the state. Texas ranks number 1 in natural gas production in the U.S. Thanks to fracking and horizontal drilling, natural gas production in Texas has risen by 75% since 2003. In 2011, the state produced over 42 BCF of natural gas, which was about 37% of U.S. natural gas production. Number 7. Austin has the fastest road in the U.S. Well, this is true. A road in Austin, Texas is faster than the interstate highways. The road in Austin has a speed limit of 85 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for a highway. There are no traffic lights or stop signs in Austin. The capital city of Texas has no traffic lights or stop signs. At some intersections, traffic lights are installed, but drivers are free to ignore them as they want. Number 8. Home to the amusement park Six Flags. One of the tallest mountains in the world is located in the park. It's the highest mountain in Texas. Texas has more variety of restaurants per capita than any other state in the country. You can see both the Texas and Oklahoma states from a very high altitude on the highest mountain in Texas, the Guadalupe Peak. Other famous attractions in Texas include a lake named after a Texas president, Marble Falls, the Alamo, and the Tower of the Americas. Number 9. Texas State Geography. Did you know that the shortest state in the United States is Texas, or that it has the fewest trees? The United States as a whole is actually larger than Texas, but if you divide Texas's landmass by the United States' landmass, you find that the United States is about 10 times the size of Texas. Did you know that the northwest part of Texas is almost a completely different country? This is because of its border with Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a state that sits between Texas and Kansas, and they are separated by the Red River. The Texas border with Oklahoma is only 26 miles, so they are sometimes called the Twin Sisters of Texas. Number 10. Historical facts about Texas. As well as telling you about some of the interesting things about Texas, it includes some Texas history information. The city of Paris was originally named Washington, but when white settlers began to move into the area, many of them went to Paris. When the Romans came to the Americas, the name Texas was chosen because of the many soldiers and Romans from the province of Hispania who came to Texas. Also, the Tiber River, which makes up part of the border between Texas and Louisiana, was named after a Roman general named Theodosius. In 1905, the largest migration from a state was from Texas. More than 2 million people left the state, making it the largest migration from a state in the U.S. Conclusion. This list of interesting facts about Texas contains useful information for all types of educational and entertainment purposes. So if you're looking for ways to start planning your summer trip to Texas, this is the best list for everything you need to know. Just browse through the list of facts that will keep your family entertained and never a dull moment during your Texas vacation. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.